Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I'm working on 6 by 12 pocket pages here, and these are photos from New York. This was our dinner spot on the second night of Cursed Child, so we went here before we went to the show, and this was a recommendation from a friend of mine who lives in New York, and it was fantastic. Best option we could have had. Much better experience than we had the night before, that's for sure. So with this, I have most of the arrangement picked out, I think. So I want these all set up on this side. This is a 4x6 that I just cut in half to work with the page configuration that I had. And I wanted to show off the wine rack collections. That's fine. And I like it that there's empty space here. I can totally do something with that. So I have that set on the left side, but then I need a card here, which I don't have right now. And then on the right side, I want to use the business card that I picked up, but it's in a 4x6 slot. I'm not quite sure what to do with that. I could potentially switch it, but then I'd have to cut it, and I really don't want to because there's stuff on the back. I'm wondering if somehow I can do like a vellum or a transparency or something so that this is kind of floating in there and it's clear. But the problem is, since I don't know that I can switch what's going to be on the back of here, I don't know that that's going to work. But anyway, I have that as a thought. And then I have two photos that are going to have to go here, which means a photo flip and another card. So I do have some work to do, but I'm excited to get started. Before I even pick out cards, I was looking through my stash of stuff and I found something I want to use. I have this set of chipboard stickers that I got from a Cocoa Daisy kit, and I don't remember which one this was. It was a while ago now though, and as you can see, I haven't used anything from it yet. It's very summery, and this was summer, but you know, not everything's conducive to this kind of layout except for this here for the food. I love it because it's green, and I have my green salad here. There's a little bit of green in the sign. There are some green on the bottle tops here. I don't have a lot of blue, although my friend is wearing a blue shirt there. It's very hard to tell given the lighting in there, but she is. But I don't think the blue would be super distracting. There's also a little bit here, so I think I can get away with it here. The question is where to put it. I might do it on the pocket. I might do it up here in the upper corner. We'll see. I have picked out a couple of cards, and some of them are just more just general travel themed, and then actually one of them is, and then the other two are food themed. And I'm looking at this spot first. I pulled this one because it's just black and white, but it talks about food, and so it gives me a lot of options in adding in color in some other way. Probably green would be my guess, but I'm not sure. But I do have lots of options with that. Then I have this one that just says, "This must be the place." And I like that one because of the fact that it was a recommendation from my friend who lives there, and we were able to find it easily, get in easily. It was not a problem like it was the night before. So I do like that one as well. And again, black and white, so I can add whatever I want to it. But then I love this one. It's just the wrong color. That's the problem. I mean, like I said, there is blue in her shirt. There's some blue here. There'll be a little blue here. But I don't know that that's enough that I could get away with that. I feel like if I were going to do it, I'd have to add in more blue here as well. Somehow highlight this or just add in more blue. But I really love it because it makes it seem kind of fancy. And this place was, I mean, look at the inside of it and look at our meal. It was fantastic. So I'm torn. I don't know what to do. I could use this one, you know, right there, and then use one of these as the inside, which might be fine. It's really just that blue. Well, guess what, people? I'm kind of an idiot. When I was looking at these again, okay, obviously I want to use that one. And then I realized there's this one. It's also blue. They're not exactly the same, but they are pretty darn close. And I do have some yellowy tints, you know, sort of cream yellow tints here. So I think maybe if I can work that in here, maybe then I can use that blue and I'll have enough, or I'll figure out other ways to do it. So I think I'm going to go for that one. So for this, I have decided I am going to put it on vellum. So I have pulled a sheet of that. I will cut it to 4x6. So this will just kind of float in there with that nice opaque look to it. But I will have to put something behind it probably, because this photo that's going to be on the next side, I don't really want to move it. The only problem is you can see this the printing info through it, and I don't like that. So, you know, just the card itself would cover up some of it, but it's not going to cover up all of it. So then I'm wondering, could I find a super pale blue maybe that would help bring in some of that blue, plus then you wouldn't see this? I don't know. I'm going to go into my scraps of paper and see what I find. I've cut my piece of vellum, and because you're not going to be able to see the backside anyway, I think I'm actually going to turn this over and use this side of it because it features the wine. I have some wine bottles here. Oh, I just thought of something. Maybe I should switch these. Then the names will be at the top, but then the wine won't be next to each other. I'll have to think about that, but I do think I want this part to show because this looks a lot like the sign that I already have. I don't need that. I like this side better, so I'm going to do it that way. And I think I'm just going to use my mono adhesive to adhere it because if you're not going to see the back, it won't matter that the adhesive shows. In my scraps, I found this piece of paper. It's not the exact blue, but when I put this over it, it does tone it down quite a bit and soften it, but you can still tell that it's blue. I kind of like that, so I think I'm going to cut a 4x6 of this and place it behind there. I probably won't attach it, I'll just put it over the top because then we won't see staples or adhesive or anything else. With my chipboard, given the arrangement of these photos, I think I'm actually going to switch up a little bit what I thought I was going to do. I'm going to put this one that says eat out up here in the corner so that it's blue, blue, blue. And I'm going to take this one and put it on this side somewhere so I have green over here and over here. I've decided to use this one on this photo, and I'm actually going to cover up those ugly lights that are up there at the top. So I'll just place it right here and then you won't see those anymore. I also decided to switch these into the other pockets because if I want to do something here on this upper left, I didn't want this to be stacked on top. Then I'd have two embellishments on top of each other. So I'm going to move that one, and it still works because then I still have green on both sides. Then I need to find something here. And then I think I also want to put like a little star or something right here showing that we were at this location, at the Times Square location, not the other one. All right, I've added a few things here. I decided to use this geotag that was also on this same sheet since I'm going to have some black and white, and there is some already there. I figured I might as well use that too. So I put that here, and I took the middle, the little dot, and just put it there sort of as, hello, yes, we were at Tony's. So, and then they're in opposite corners, which is nice. So I have that. I have picked out two labels that I want to use. I'm going to stamp on them with something, I don't know what yet, and put them over here. So I bring in both the blue and the green. And then I added the star here. The only problem is it didn't want to stick to the vellum. Let's see, did it dry? No, it still isn't. I don't do an awful lot of gluing things to vellum. So I didn't know that acrylic wasn't going to stick very well. I used my mono liquid glue and it just is not drying. So I may have to take that off and find a paper or cardstock blue star instead if I have one, because I don't think that's going to work. So I removed that. It still wasn't drying. And I didn't find a blue star in the rest of my stash that I really liked, but I have these, and I think I'm just going to use this big blue dot and put it in the same spot just so that it indicates which location we used, and then I'll call it good. There you have it with the dot instead, and it's not quite what I thought I was going to do, but it's fine. And now I've learned that acrylic does not adhere well to vellum. For this label, I decided to use this stamp set. This is called Let's Eat. It's from 2017, Kelly Perky, so it's quite old now. Not sure if it's available anywhere, but I love it. So I used the one that said so tasty. Now I'm going to pick out what I want for the blue label. For the blue label, I chose to use this stamp set. This is also, a Kelly Perky one. And it's very old. It was when she was still with Hero Arts, so I don't even know when it came from, but it's an old one. I decided to use this stamp that says Let's Eat, and I had a little trouble. This is how it came out the first time. Even though I thought I had inked well enough, I did not. Luckily, I'm going to cut off a lot of this, so I was able to just use the other part and restamp. So when I put it on there, it'll kind of go like that. So you won't even know that this happened, but luckily it was big enough where I could redo it. All right, there are my two labels. So now I'm just going to put in some mini staples here. There we go. And now that one's done. I think I may also do some stamping on this plate here. And then I need to figure out, do I want anything here? Because when I do the flip, both of these photos will be blank unless I do something. So because I felt like this photo needed something, this is what's going to be under the flip, I decided that I would take the little piece of the green label from over here that I had left when I cut it off and just stamp on it. And this was really one of the only things that would fit, and it's very generic, but that's okay. And then I will just attach it right there at the bottom. So there it is, all attached, and that one's done. Now I just have to figure out, do I want something on this plate or not? I am going to stamp on the plate, and I found the perfect thing. For that other one that I just did that says food, on that same set, this on my plate. Well, I have to use it then, so that's going on next. Ta-da! There it is with the stamping. It came out perfect. I love it. So that when it sits in here too, it's not only this, but it's on my plate over here too, my wonderful salad. It doesn't look like much, but trust me, it was fantastic. Now I'm going to put everything in the pockets and we'll do some close-ups. All right, let's do the close-ups. So left side, here is the top pocket, middle row, bottom. And then on this side, sorry, my furnace just kicked on, you can hear it. Here's the top row, the middle row, which has the flip. I went with this card. I didn't do anything to it, just left it black and white. There you can see all that. And then the bottom row. I am in love with this one. Absolutely happy with it. And another one done for New York. Thanks for watching.